Welcome to In the Kitchen with Dinah. Today we're making a ratatouille.
Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Gonna taste good, I know.
If you love comfort food and warm, delicious baked vegetables, you're gonna love this ratatouille. I know for me, I didn't really know what ratatouille was until Disney movie came out, Ratatouille, in like the 2000s. And my kids decided that we should make it, and so we did, and it is so delicious, so comforting. I love to make it at the end of summer, in kind of into the fall, when we've got lots of delicious things. We're gonna just have potatoes and squash, zucchinis. It's kind of versatile, and it's not too hard, but it's so good and so comforting. So I am just using just a pie dish that we're gonna put ours in today. You can make this as big or small as you need to. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is preheat your oven to 375 degrees and then pick whatever baking dish you want. There's only 2 of us here, so I'm just gonna use my deep dish pie pan. You could use even up to a big 9x13 if you got a big family, and then just maybe need more vegetables. And I don't even think I'm gonna use all my vegetables today, but we will see. So let's get started on our sauce. I'm gonna move all these beautiful veg over here. And I've sprayed this with nonstick spray. So I've just got a can of tomato sauce. You want between 1 to 2 cups. It's totally up to how much you're making. I'm gonna make a sauce and all the vegetables are gonna cook in it. It's gonna bubble up and just be amazing. And I should not have done that. And I'm gonna have to get a clean spoon for my garlic, but we'll figure that out. And Denver heard that we're cooking, so you came to the kitchen, didn't you? Go to your spot. Thank you. All right, so I've got my tomato sauce dumped in here. We have to have some garlic. I'm just using this. If you have fresh, go ahead and chop it up. I'm just gonna sprinkle a little in. I'm gonna probably end up stirring this up anyway. We'll just use that instead of dirty in another dish. So you got about 3 cloves of garlic, and then we're going to add some thyme. If you got fresh thyme, use that. See, I should probably measure this for you guys. I'm such a dump in my hand and measure. It's about, so I'm gonna say about 3/4 of a teaspoon of thyme. And we have some crushed red pepper flakes. 1/4 to a 1/2 teaspoon. Now, if you want it spicier, go ahead. I'm just gonna put a little in there for us. I'm gonna add some basil because that makes it delicious. Probably about a 1/2 teaspoon of basil. Sprinkle that around. And some oregano. Probably about 1/4 teaspoon. Yum, that already smells amazing. All right, so without dirtying another dish, I'm just gonna kind of mix this around. Get that garlic stirred in and all the vegetables, all the spices. Yeah, tuck in all those delicious vegetables into the tomatoes, and then you just let it cook for a while and get them all stewed. It's so good, you guys. I can't wait for you to try this. All right, so I've got a zucchini and a squash, a couple tomatoes, a pepper, and then I have a couple potatoes. Now, a lot of people like eggplant in this. When I went to the store, the eggplant didn't look good, so I didn't get that. So play it by ear. You really can use whatever vegetables you want. These are my favorites. So if you have a mandolin, it looks like this. It's not the instrument. This is the cooking with the blade on it. This is super helpful for getting all of your slicing done just right. If you don't have one, you'll just have to take your time with a knife. And the other thing is that I have a par cooked, so I've cooked these halfway through, the potatoes, because once you get it in there raw, sometimes it takes a lot longer to let them cook. So I'm actually gonna slice these up, and then we'll get the mandolin going. We're gonna slice everything, and then I'm gonna assembly line and just pick each vegetable and just kind of stack it in there. So I'm gonna try to be really mindful of how thick I'm going. So I'm just gonna be really gentle and slice my potatoes up. And I'm gonna just make piles of all my veg. And then we'll stack them like cards. Now I just popped these potatoes in the microwave for like 5 minutes. And I actually cooked them almost all the way through. And that's okay, it's just gonna speed up our cooking for the rest of the vegetables. Let's do some red pepper. Today I got my little garbage bowl up here. I'm also gonna slice the tomatoes by hand instead of putting them through the mandolin. It just seems to work better. I'm gonna move that out of the way, move this out of the way. So I've got my mandolin here. It just sets up like this. And start with this one. I'm gonna cut the end off. Uh-oh. Well, all right. So then you just want to keep it. I've taken the guard off and I will use this when I get more to the end, but I find I have more control if I do it this way. Be so careful with these. So we're just going to slice it. If I can do it. Did I do it? There they go. Okay, I'm gonna call it good. Look at all those, that was so fast. Let's move those over to a pile. And there's my oven, it's all ready to go. All right, let's get our zucchini done. All right, so let's put that away. That washes up real quick. We've got quite a pile of veg, and I probably have way more vegetables, but we'll see what we can fit in that bowl here. All right, so let's bring this over. Now I'm just gonna go, trying to stick with similar sizes, so I'm gonna go yellow squash, zucchini, tomato, potato. See if I can find one. Then we're just gonna keep doing that. So what did I say? Yellow, green, red, white. Okay, and then once you get it, we're just gonna set it right in that tomato sauce and keep going around. No, I am not gonna come out even on some of this. I do have, oh man. Let me start over. I just lost my whole, just thinking that I'm so cool. Green, red, white. Now if you're running, you know, different, like I only have one tomato left. I do have more tomatoes, but no, I've just got the middle, so I'm just gonna go fill that in. Okay, now let's take these. I'm gonna maybe cut these in half. I'm just gonna tuck them in every so often. The red pepper in there is so yummy. But again, if you don't like it, I mean, use the veggies you like. Okay, I am pretty happy with that. I'm gonna stick one more little yellow squash in there. These I'll probably just chop up and throw them on our eggs in the morning. Let's stick this little potato in here. All right, let me wash quick. All right, now all we need to do is salt and pepper this good. We're gonna drizzle it with a little bit of olive oil and then pop it in the oven. But man, look how beautiful that looks. All right, just give it a good salt and pepper. All right, and then I am using the extra virgin olive oil. We're gonna just drizzle that on here. It's gonna keep all your vegetables nice and moist. and delicious. Now we are going to cover it with foil and then bake it. Yum, I can't wait to eat this. It's going to be so, so delicious. Alrighty, so we are gonna bake this for probably, since my potatoes are cooked, I'm gonna say about 40 minutes. If your potatoes are raw, you're gonna probably wanna cook it for more like an hour. So that tomato sauce is gonna start to bubble up and just cook and stew all those delicious vegetables, and it's gonna be so good. So I'm gonna have this as a side with some roast chicken tonight for dinner. Nice fall comfort food for sure. Okay, let's pop this in the oven. All right, are you guys ready for the big reveal? Trying not to get, it's gonna be so hot. Oh my goodness, everything looks cooked beautifully. It is so hot. Before I bite into it, we're just gonna wait for a minute, but I will be back and we will have a taste of this delicious ratatouille. This has cooled just a little bit. Figure you can gather all your family and kids and get the rest of your dinner ready and then dig into it because it is so piping hot. See if I can get a little section out. Get some of the tomato sauce, all the things. Everything is so tender. Honestly, I think I can just cut it maybe with my fork. Yum. It's tender. It still has a little tooth to it, which I like. I don't like all mush. So see, it's going to be so hot. So hot. I don't want to burn my mouth. Let's see if I can get a bite of everything. It is so delicious. Flavorful, comforting. It's just, like a warm hug. Yum. Well, I sure hope you guys try this delicious ratatouille. It wasn't too hard to make, and it's super big payoff because it's so delicious, and so tasty, and so beautiful. Imagine if you presented this, maybe your whole family would be like, oh, wow. Anyway, I hope you guys try it. Hey, thanks for joining me today in my kitchen as I showed you how to make my version of ratatouille. I hope you guys are all doing well. And if you've been affected by all the hurricanes and crazy weather, just know that we are praying for you guys. Hang in there. I will see you on the next episode. All the colors of the wind. Wow. I even like having that. I can see me.
Do you want me to turn it to you? No, I gotta see it.
No, it's good. I can see it good enough.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's what we're doing.
Yes, we are. Oh, somebody's calling me.
That was good timing.
Oh, my goodness gracious. It looks so good.
So good.
So good. There you go.
There you go.
All right, I'm gonna finish this.
Gonna taste good, I know.